So, what is loop? A loop is the type of pattern in which one or more edges enter upon either side, recurve, touch or pass an imaginary line between delta and core, and pass out or tend to pass out upon the same side the ridge entered. There are three essential elements of a loop. These three elements must be present in order for it to be called a loop. So first is a sufficient recurve. A sufficient recurve may be defined as that part of a recurving ridge between the shoulder of a loop. Second is the delta. The delta is that point on a ridge at or in front of and nearest the center of the divergence of the type lines. Third is the ridge count. The ridge count is defined as the number of ridges that interact or touch the line drawn from the easily recognized tri-radius to the center of the pattern. So now, let's try to identify if these examples are loop or not. So in this first image, is this a loop? If you answered yes, then you are right. So why is it called loop? It is said that in order for it to be called a loop, it must have a sufficient recurve, delta, and a ridge count. So as we can see here, there is a sufficient recurve, and as we can see in the red line, a delta, the black arrow, and the ridge count, which is 16, the yellow arrow. So let's continue in the next image. So is this a loop? If you answered yes, well then you are correct, because as we can see here, there is a sufficient recurve, which is the red arrow, a delta, which is the black arrow, and the ridge count, which is 1 and is the yellow line. So this last example, is this a loop? If you answered no, then you are correct. So why is it that this is not a loop? As we can notice that this example does not have a sufficient recurve, since the looping form ridge has been spoiled, as you can notice in the red circle. So the question is, what is this? The answer is, it is a tinted arch, because as we can recall, a tinted arch can be called if it possesses two of the three characteristics of the loop.